Hey y'all, it's been a minute since I posted on the channel, and it happens to be Pride Month. I'd rather be a late queer than never since it's towards the end of the month, but I wanted to get into it. I wanted to let you know what Pride means to me because this is a special month for me. So grab yourself a drink, whether that's coffee, tea, water, whatever you like to drink, and let's get into story time. What Pride means to me. Pride, as a bisexual individual, means self-acceptance and loving yourself and being authentic into who you are, as an individual. For me, it also means empowerment and being a voice to the voiceless for those who are still in the closet. I remember I first came out in 2019, first to a good friend, and then publicly in June on Facebook in 2019 of that year. It was an interesting time for me because, I was a bi baby and I went to the Pride Parade, this time not as an ally to the community, which we still need more of, a bi individual. And for those of you who don't know what bisexual is, you're attracted to the same gender, the opposite gender, and multiple genders. Pretty much, I went there and I felt alone and isolated. I got my little flag, and then I noticed that there was other bi flags next to me. And then I realized that, hey, I'm not alone. If you ever feel like that, definitely let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like that when you first came out. And then, as exploring my identity and coming into my truth of who I am, I have matured a lot since then. I did make a video. It was a bit cringy at the time for me personally. I'll leave it at the end card of this video so you can check that out. But at the time, it's still relevant, but the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, and I was part of a Pride protest instead of a march that year, and I've grown and matured a lot since then. After I came out, some of my friends who were my friends didn't like that I came out as a bisexual, and those who were bi or queer within my social group totally welcomed me with open arms. I was also looking for a community, so I ended up getting involved with a local nonprofit who serves the bi and queer community here in Chicago called Bisexual Queer Alliance Chicago. They've been around since 2010, and this year they're turning 13 years old. I went to a bi discussion group that they had at the center on Halstead, which is a local LGBTQ center, and eventually found myself as a board member in 2020, so pretty much not even 9 months into coming out. With that came growth and a lot of maturity, hence the whole cringiness of what I was just talking about. But yeah, I became a board member, started attending board meetings in person, and then boom. Obviously in 2020, the pandemic happened, so we had to revert from in-person to virtual. You know the whole story. I'm not gonna entertain the trauma that we're all collectively going through because of it. And then, yeah, so I was a general board member in 2020. 2021, I found myself being part of the executive leadership as a vice president since our VP at the time, she ended up relocating to New York for work. Pecky, I miss you and I hope you're doing well. And then in 2022, I found myself stepping into the role of president, which is a 2-year term as well. I was the interim vice president. But yeah, it's part of BISEXUAL's mission to empower and give resources to bi and queer folks. And I became president, in 2022, and I remember in 2021 we had our first in-person event, which was a bar crawl for Celebrate Bi Visibility Month in September. Last year we decided we really want to branch out and show our visibility as an organization. You know, we've been around at the time 12 years, and a lot of people didn't know about us. So we started working on getting merch. We ended up working on getting into Fest. We started with our first Fest, which was Springfield. Next thing you know, we were at Elk Grove Village. We did Chicago Pride Fest. We were in the Pride Parade for the 5th time as an org last year. And also we did Pride Evanston. This year we've done those same events and ended up being in the Pride Parade for the 6th time this year with our partner Center on Halstead, so that was really cool. And the former president before me, Jesse, she, he, since they are genderqueer, they wanted us to expand our reach to the South Side, so we're doing Southside Pride in July. Another awesome thing that happened to me was I got married to my best friend, as you can see, the ring on my finger, and love her, an awesome person in general who's also part of our board, Hugo. He runs our Vibe Movie Night, and he's just been so supporting and accepting of who I am and my identity. You know, I remember my dad, God rest his soul, since he just passed this May. That's another reason why I hadn't been updating you with videos on the channel. You know, he welcomed Hugo first as my boyfriend, and then when we told him we're getting married, he was like, "I love you, bro," to Hugo. He knew that Hugo was a good thing for me, and he knew that Hugo was going to take care of me. And then, yeah, like to have him say that, you know, touched my heart. I'm trying not to be emotional, because that was a recent loss. Yeah, that's just all to say that I'm proud of where I am now. I paint my nails, you know, now, something that I didn't do at all, you know, once when I was in high school, but I was a rebellious teenager at the time. You know, I hope that I don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything, but I hope that me being a leader within the community, that people could see my story and they could relate to me, especially if they're bi man. If they're in the closet, I want to be a voice to the voiceless. When I look back at this, you know, years from now, I want to be proud of who I am and where I came from and where I'm going. And I just wanted to share with you what pride means to me. Just to wrap it up, it means self-acceptance and self-love, finding a community and empowering others within that community to be their true authentic selves. I hope you enjoyed this video. You got a chance to see what I've been doing for the last couple years, and I just want to wish those who celebrate happy Pride. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.